roster. Taking it to new levels. Let's see if they can continue on their rise, as Zeus is the one to take down LewN, a head-to-head that we'll be talking about a lot throughout the day. But PROFEK, the one to trade him out, opening some space now for BBL to wrap around and put pressure on this B site, where now only qRaxs remains.
Oh, it's a good opportunity, but PROFEK just full sprint behind him has made this a fairly favorable pistol round. cNed, he's been in some decent form recently playing the Omen. I didn't have high expectations when the league began, but he's definitely made it look good. MrFaliN alongside him, but now already being spotted. The reveal from Jamppi will help him out, and while cNed, not really many angles left to fight, but it is definitely a fairly clean round for BBL.
A 1-0 start, only one player down, and it's the first man in who ran through a nade. But as we'll often see, it's not about finding the kill in that position, it's the space, and it was left wide open for PROFEK. He finds himself a double, lands them.
5 rifles in, an aggressive start into mid. This is something that BBL have enjoyed doing throughout their time on this map. Nice shot from MrFaliN. In fact, he gets both. He was nearsighted for both of those fights. Somehow lives to tell the tale.
You still see the tracers, still see the flash of the barrel. He caught it from his POV. Pressure on for the remaining players to get some value in Jamppi's drop. That's the spike down in market, and everyone else with it. It's only sociablEE standing on this side. His wall blocking reinforcements, but 2 players to deal with. He does well, but he's down to 3 HP. A tickle will take him.
An early space. They are fighting very aggressively early, but once again, LewN's gone down.
Goes through, but a double stack up in mid is where my eye is drawn, and this is exactly it. The danger walked into by Jamppi, and he walks out as well. A huge pickup, but it's returned.
IGL
again, it's MrFaliN with the double, and we're back to a 2v2, but the A site, correctly read by BBL, is wide open.
Yeah, it's 2 rounds back to back. I watched MrFaliN blind get 2 kills, and I watched Jamppi peek into a stack and get 2 kills. It seems like there's some sort of plot armor protecting the IGLs at this case. Nice C's nade. Well, no, actually, the nade's gone too far. The C's was perfect, but not going to be able to catch. Paranoia available for PROFEK. Probably just waiting for the contact of his teammate. No, he's going to go a little bit early, and that works out for sociablEE. And now with ult online, there is no escape for MrFaliN. The luck, the plot armor seems to have run out, and BBL will be able to take the
scoreline now. The damage that sociablEE was able to do in round number 3
that makes no sense.
Could come back to haunt them. They lost a few more rifles than they wanted. Here, MrFaliN again does so well. I mean, those kills through the smoke when the players are revealed, it ultimately doesn't matter. And this is all just Jamppi selling this fake, selling this ruse. They've realized now that the play is B, but they're rotating too little too late. I think the best MrFaliN can do is hold on to control. He's even looking for a pick, but numbers are where FUT can find the advantages. Retaking together could give them a chance.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the other sniper. It's going to make things awkward. Not a bad trade, though, from Zeus, but they're running through a snake bite, and well, those are going to be the easiest kills we've ever seen for BBL. Vulnerable players. They tried to go for the element of surprise, but there was no surprise to be had. cNed, I'm hopeful we'll get one.
No better time than here and now. Credits built up by BBL. Early push towards market. They've pushed them back. They've seized the space. The Hunter's Fury goes through. It's searching the back site, not yet finding the players. They're dodging it masterfully. Keeping that foothold. LewN's gone running through!
What?
cNed trades it back for 2, but LewN's not going anywhere! There's a reason we called this man a lunatic starting out his tenure here on BBL. Walking through a smoke to give them a double, trading them back out, and now an ace on the cards. MrFaliN, the man who has pulled FUT out of some disadvantageous positions, well, he has quite the task. 5 bullets and 5 kills!
There are moments where I watch this man and I genuinely question if I should be happy or sad that that's worked. Because it's BBL, oh sorry, FUT coming in with a buy. So they now are back to pistol and got basically nothing from that.
They broke the door. The Prowler cleared mid, or so they thought, but Magnum has taken free space. yetujey's watching it. Turns just in time to catch Magnum. Okay, now they've got themselves a rifle to play with. It's in the hands of yetujey, and there's numbers all over the B side, but look at the rotation. A big move from the attackers. They're going to leave, but they're caught on the way. cNed walked out, catches two, gives them a chance that now they won't let slip. MrFaliN and xeus up against him as the plant comes in.
It would have to be 9 kills in 2 rounds for him to take this one. He's got the spacing bang on. They are watching for it. Actually, catching them on that rotation was everything. The get away with 1 is nice. To reposition for a second was just fantastic.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. We have to see them build on that previous upset.
Oh, okay. xeus has caught LewN a little bit by surprise. That one-way works for a reason. And with already the amount of damage done, this is starting to look devastating. The wind back in FUT sails. cNed with another double. He plays this Omen almost like a duelist at times with how aggressive he's willing to be, but it definitely works out for him. For Jamppi and sociablEE, well, a kill for sociablEE would grant his ult. But it's very situational. The chance to get it here.
Not FUT won. They were in a much better position within the league, within recent performances. There's the pit going in, but the spikes move in the mid. This is all a ruse, and it's working wonderfully. Look how many players there are. Oh, I got all 4 of them. Towards this A site. Up close is MAGNUM, not expected to be that aggressive. He's looking back towards the site. That was a headshot, but cNed barely surviving. He went down to 7 HP.
Spike planted.
But he hasn't breathed his last, thankfully, as we're still in this 4v4. PROFEK will be found close.
He knows where they are, though. No, caught with utility out. Trading 1 for 1 while hit by the Nightfall. It's not bad. The ults are being expended here for FUT. They're throwing everything in. No command used, Nightfall used. They need to try and get something from this, and LewN, he's not been checked. Whereas it wasn't. BBL were in full control. And I think it really does give testament to Jamppi as a leader, how confident he is in his players to make those sort of calls. Good start, though, for yetujey. As said, they still have finances to buy back into this round. And an early pick onto LewN. Oh, we'll see if BBL can recover from that.
Well, the importance can't be understated as well for FUT. Winning and losing now, their economy's in a really tough spot. If they lose here, BBL could go out with a big lead into that next half. They've already found an opening. MrFaliN's reveal was fantastic. In goes the ult, and it's caught one. MAGNUM looking to follow up on it as well, making sure they can't break him out, but that has gone badly wrong. MAGNUM's left alone now.
Where you see them fully faked out and given that post plant away, it's a problem. A round where they have all their players here as quickly as they do in this round, it works fantastically. But even when a player is picked off a teammate, he's about to get aggressive.
They've heard that trap, but the idea was cNed fights as they break it. Too many players there for that to work out, and yetujey's caught on the walk back. A good read and a great spam indeed, and a 5 versus 3 for BBL as a result.
Practice from up above, but doesn't need to risk too much here. Wants to try and group up with the rest of the team. Has a chance to maybe isolate LewN, but after the trap was shot, they now know exactly where he is. Hunter's Fury also in, and they're just throwing everything in at this point. Obviously, the last round of the half, xeus will get one as a martyrdom, and unless MrFaliN's found his plot armor again, I don't think this half is going to be equal. At the end of it, Shockdar's going to take him even lower. At this point, though, the time should be enough. Still sociablEE fighting. I think it's the clock is going to do the work. But more importantly, Jamppi just hiding in the backline is going to make sure of it.
No, he's Shockdar today, at least certainly in spirit, as they need them to win in order to make it to playoffs themselves after their victory earlier on this week. 2 rounds between them. FUT are climbing back in what looked to be an uphill battle. Now it's not actually that difficult. With a pistol round win, it could change it all, but BBL, they're solid in the pistols usually, and this mid-fight, that couldn't have been timed better. The second xeus took a nade out, LewN took his head off.
This is a tough position once again to fight back from, losing both pistols and a map. It feels like a death sentence. Again, cNed has been very sneaky throughout this match so far. We saw it on the defensive side, and there is some doubt in MAGNUM's mind. He's continuously pushing back and checking his behind. The time it's going to be everything, and he managed to get through it with ease.
I realize also I misspoke. I meant to say they'll be wearing the BBL jersey. FUT Vitality need BBL to win. If FUT wins, Vitality are one set of light shields, so difficult for LewN to find an easy target. a wall to break through here as BBL trying to slow them, but they're losing quite a lot. PROFEK's down to 34, sociablE's out of the round. This is now a difficult battle for BBL to win.
Yeah, sociablE was hoping to sort of recover that a little bit. I think he heard the net connect on someone just behind the wall and knows roughly where they were going to be.
Poison's off.
Of course, they did still come into this round with rifles across the board. Jamppi buying one back up. Magnum's positioning is sublime. Getting a second's going to be difficult, though. Not quite able to connect, and FUT are doing well to sort of catch a lot of that aggression. They're clearly looking for it. They're being patient with it, knowing that they're going to be fought.
40 seconds, eventually. That recon would go out from Jamppi, but I mean, he's now heard them. I'm pretty sure he will have heard at least one set of steps coming towards elbow.
30 seconds left.
He's suspicious and walking out towards shore, but the problem is the player on site, the player in the smoke, 34 HP on PROFEK. He is going to be so easily taken down if they're looking the right way. But with 18, that's it. The paranoia went through, but Jamppi had already peaked. That's FUT winning the duels, and LewN left with it all to do. 4 players, 2 of them, 1 shot to this rifle, but 2 very healthy and ready to fight up against this man.
Sheriff out. Oh, sniper back out. Oh, stun out. And eventually
early cannot be afforded to them here. That would leave FUT down and out of this map.
That's nice.
Fighting on Ascent.
Okay.
For survival. What was Jamppi up to? He didn't expect them to walk through the smoke. Good timing by xeus, and a very valuable opening pick for the attacking side.
But it's the pressure on the other side of the map. They use that flash combination with the Prowler to make sure there is absolutely nowhere for LewN to go. And because of seeing quite a bit of utility on that side, they go, okay, there's probably nobody in middle, but I will check. LewN, he's trying to recover. The second player in the corner, though, that's cheeky. It's caught FUT off guard and at least made this one look competitive. Magnum's got to be careful, though. He's almost taken down by the Fragment. Oh, they're going to know he's here, but they still don't know where sociablE is.
It's time to group up. Now they'll push together. Even if FUT look to isolate these angles, they have so much to be worried about. There goes the orb up. The players have made it behind it. That's going to give all the time in the world for BBL to clear out these angles. The net goes through. The tap as well. It's put pressure on. FUT have to peek this, have to swing. yetujey takes a headshot, but he's still on 10 HP. The Phantom not doing sociablE well, and now Magnum's got it all to do. He'll miss the first. Oh, here's a deep, aggressive play from PROFEK. Willing to take a few more risks with these pistols in hand. LewN, ult, active, but yetujey drops him immediately. Lightning fast reaction. sociablE should have a weapon here. And a 3v3 with qRaxs low. It's not the clean round that no doubt FUT would have been hoping for. With the utility deactivated, this should be an easy enough sight push. Great damage from Jamppi. This is getting dangerous now for the attackers. They've got 2 players very low, and cNed taken down by a headshot. This is terrifying. With only a fraction of his health bar left, MrFaliN's all alone.
I said they lost both pistols. It's always going to be difficult, but then just a super aggressive start from a couple of the players, and then just boost to their economy with the weapons found, and damage done on the other side. A blitz in the early moments, and yeah, Jamppi gets away with that one. That's a huge opener for them.
Yeah, the initial fight, trading back LewN's aggression was solid by xeus, and you look to that man himself to maybe pull them back into it. He's got the showstopper, but his show's being closed off early. Off the air for now is yetujey all alone in 1 round. One thing to go right, and it's done. FUT have to temper themselves.
Oh dear.
Already, the showstopper's being put to a close. FUT in a 3 versus 4, even after a high-value ultimate is used.
This is gone from a close back-and-forth game to looking fairly dominant, although maybe a slight overextension from Magnum, fighting into the spawn, hoping to catch them out, but has given up a large portion of the map. Sensors being spotted as well by cNed, but he's ignoring them. The space is worth more. sociablE has already made the cross, though.
It's his ult I'm thinking about here. When you go for that plant, with players close by, with a flank coming in.
Not anymore. I think he got caught by the knife.
That's beautiful. That's all they needed, and the trap's revealed as well, so easily destroyed. You've removed the utility, you've removed the threat of the ult, but it may still be put through. All they need to do is buy time, take the eyes of their opponents and direct them towards the spawn. Caught in a fight, Sociable only gets one. It's a difficult battle, but not impossible for Jamppi. The right read uses the reveal as a distraction to isolate cNed. He will be revealed himself, and they know he's not on the spike, but he's close to getting the fight that he wants. MrFaliN around the other side.
Quite a bit, but he's already had his high-impact moments, especially from the beginning of this round. It felt like an impossible recovery. A double opener for LewN, but is Magnum trying to catch them and knowing
Yeah. It wasn't great. And it was this man who shut them down last time they came to this side of the map, but this time, cNed's the one to draw blood first. FUT with the advantage. Yetujey with the hat off his head. He's got the information on exactly where these players are. But the spike's been left outside B for good reason. MrFaliN has walked his way through. He's claimed so much space, and Magnum had no idea what he was walking back into.
Yeah, the leader of the squad is doing some real work, not even just on finding the pick, but more so the amount of space that he took with it, realizing off the back of the neural theft exactly where the gap was and exploiting it to perfection. What was seeming like a done deal just a couple of minutes ago is now really starting to come to life. They're even reading the few minute angles that... I think the question marks are being answered though. The dart into middle, the shots being fired. The spike is still on the ground, so it's something that they'll have to go back for. And while now the fight from sociablEE hasn't gone to plan, a good start, but the problem for FUT is that the time is starting to tick. Jamppi as well, with the spam through the smoke, has already leveled things up, and they now go walking back towards this B side. They've cleared one into middle. But the man on that site, ready and waiting, and with Jamppi holding the cross, LewN in with a good chance here. 15 seconds, they have got to go now.
There's no way to bring that spike back, nor was there, even when they got that pick on mid. They've got to push their way through. Shoehorn this B site plant, and they're running out of time. It has to be stuck, and it will be. That's some control. The advantage as well, but that op still lurking around. As Magnum draws their eye, tries to bait them out into the open. It's LewN who looks to take them down. A drop shot, and he's got one. Ult active, another, so close!
He's had plenty of crazy plays throughout this match so far. But this is what I mean when I talk about a different looking FUT. This was a very slow, methodical round. They're taking time to clear things out. And sure, walking into LewN's operator with 15 seconds left, it made me nervous. But
now they can take their hit towards this site. MrFaliN just one away from the Nightfall. It will be KO to remove the abilities of this defensive side. Even still, Jamppi remains close. He finds one, swings in. This could be it. With Yetujey so desperately low, it's xeus who has to bail him out.
Look at the res
onto qRaxs as well. That keeps numbers in their favor, even with the battle scars evident on Yetujey's health bar.
Unfortunately for Jamppi, his ult came online, but never really had a chance to use it. sociablEE, finding a gap would be important. If they can bring this round close, that ult could come into play, but otherwise there's still going to be 3 players that they'd have to find along the way. There's that first. Maybe waiting to see if anybody reveals themselves, but it hasn't worked out. The ult failing and the trades are just sublime from the side of FUT. The hold is
there, especially going towards default. It's the most likely place for someone to be, but I think they were just too aware that this is the round where you're going to get desperate. You look up at the top of the screen, you see
the BBL, and means the BBL are now super passive. They're back on the A side because they don't want to fight this.
PROFEK out of smokes. He can't put that one way up. Jamppi's crept up so close. There's a player sat in mid on his camera. It's an easy pickup. LewN holding strong in the elbow. And they'll look to fight together on short. I love this. Backing off if they don't get that battle. There's no need to fight elbow. There's no need to take those duels as it's a 5v3. Time is of the essence, and Jamppi just pops the reveal and runs away. He heard the steps. He doesn't want to get isolated.
20 seconds.
19 seconds, and the spike will go back towards the A side, but they still haven't cleared it out. Magnum is still lurking there as PROFEK buys them even more time. That spike needs to be planted, and all Magnum has to do is deny. It's done!
It has been an agent that I think when Pearl was in the map pool, people started avoiding it, not to face off against him.
The pistol round for BBL, defensive side, and already Sociable's being spotted, but LewN, he flew under the radar. Yetujey's down. Sociable takes Zeus as they look to re-clear that short position. They are running to their deaths, and now it's LewN pursuing them as he swings out on short. He's got two comrades with him, and it'll be cNed to hold off against the horde of BBL. We talked about their pistol round win percentage. We saw it pop up at the start of this map, and it will be 3 for 3. It's no small sample size either, those stats. 91. Hello, deep push from LewN. It's 4 on the board. We saw his third ace in VCT EMEA. Their side is what they're seeking out, and many more alongside it. Rifles in hand, deep push, and it's Zeus to take one down. Magnum, LewN, they fall as well. BBL, they've been locked out of this round by the looks of things. Especially with Jamppi still there, Marshall in hand. He won't have much to do, but he hopes they'll pursue him and give Sociable a chance. Instead, they give him a bullet to the head.
Oh. Is it going to be the triple? It is. Another only incredibly direct, but seemingly quite scripted. There is 3 players ready and waiting. The flash has not worked out wonderfully for them. There might have been the counter being popped on the other side by Magnum. And while Magnum is just going to town, they've now been isolated by the wall. They're being slaughtered on entry.
A beautiful setup from Magnum indeed. As soon as that flash comes through, it's half a second of a wait, and then he pops the arc rose that we see here with the operator in hand. There's a chance though. He got the angle off of him. Swings into the 1v1. Isolates the rest of the troops, and from there, I mean, united they stand, but we know what happens when they're divided. Zeus goes down alone here as well. Great opening pick from PROFEK. That operator holding on to control of mid. It is just seconds away from a challenge, but not from a pick. Okay. Yetujey gets him this time.
Yeah, an important one.
Standing ahead. 30 seconds left.
Nice shot by Yetujey. That mid space he claimed early isn't just given away. LewN! That was a risky maneuver, but they were desperate. They wanted to get that pick back, and they've done it, but TP with spikes. cNed alone, look how far away everybody else is. These players are so isolated that if they're quick, if they get in here, they could isolate cNed and just find the defuse before anyone can have anything to say about it. The quick pace towards the side opens up a door for PROFEK to make that late flank on the flankers. This is dangerous, and it all relies on cNed holding his ground. He's got his paranoia. That's going to buy him a little bit of time, buy his teammates time for the rotation, but he needs to win the fight on backside, and now the pressure is really on. It's behind the boxes too. They can easily stick that, but instead they look for the fights.
From Yetujey, like from start to finish, winning that opening fight is always going to be difficult versus Sociable. Then he cuts off rotations, makes the space on the other side of the map as well. Even when things got a little bit dicey, he allowed for that rotation to happen and tried to slow them on their way back in. Surprise. But the fact is, it was just everybody being that little bit slower. And I do, even still though, LewN's got to be careful. He was somewhat isolated, and you know what? Those trades really aren't bad. That's going to give some good weaponry over to the side of FUT.
MrFaliN, 20 HP though. Zeus not too healthy either. Those spams from Magnum, dangerously close to dropping someone, and when it does eventually happen, it's 2. So you're going to see this mid pressure go through. Spike sitting outside B main with a wall to protect as well. Flash is good. Magnum blind, it gets 1, but eventually MrFaliN wide peek into those angles. Now, teleport can't be used at all.
They know he's there.
They've been hit by the knife. They know where he is. They know it's an op. They've seen him now. Arc Rose blinding him up, and MrFaliN there to execute on the back of it. Very nice stuff coming in from FUT. And a 4v2, they cannot afford to let this slip.
It'd have to be a mistake, and you see cNed takes one look and just decides, okay, it's not worth it. Don't need to take this fight anymore. qRaxs already ending the life of another, and yeah. The thing is, whenever they do, either it's a low buy round they shouldn't win, or it feels like it's quite a convincing one. Like in isolation, that was a very comfortable round. A solid flash going through to get them the opener. Like Jamppi was completely blind, and they're even going to clear out the remaining weapon at the end.
Comes back online, the wall's going to be tripped, but that is just them retreating, taking away that security in the late round and taking away sociablE in the early. He's down and out, the flash through from LewN. He's fighting around those thorns, but they're going to blind him up. And he has no way out, caught by the knife. Magnum and PROFEK do well, but LewN is in the crosshairs of almost every player. It's a deep push. A gamble play from Jamppi. He's ahead of the pack and he's punished.
Oh.
MrFaliN almost in the same boat.
Oh, weaponry taken.
One
Gives
enemy
a decent fight already. And leaves MrFaliN. Last man standing. Gun should be coming back online. He needs to start that spam, and PROFEK! He's a brick.
Sorry. Better safe than sorry. 6-3, and I think that's what I said, right? Like, you win that eco, it's expected. LewN's gone crazy. The deep push on B main, but it's only trading out these kills. FUT have seized control of a sociablE. It's a very difficult angle. Such a wide array of positions that you can be peeked from down below, the little head peek. But he's got a bit of space.
Take flight.
He's got a teammate with him, but now they'll all be spotted. 2 players down below. A good angle to avoid being taken down by that tour de force. But there are still 2 rifles to fight their way down. A flash popped off the wall. It's nicely done, but it blinded PROFEK. He still gets out of there with 2. But low HP.
That's what I'm calling. It's been the save all the way through. The start was nice for LewN, but it seems like yetujey was never in the plans of this attack inside. They were very aggressively hitting in towards. I think it was basic. You take this. I want a gun. Wall will be tripped. Still getting a bit nervous. Is the trade there? It is. That's LewN with a right. 35 seconds left. They've still got some pressure in onto this B main, which with a Hunter's Fury available late into the round, you can see Jamppi's moving back. I think he's realized my ult here could actually be a deciding factor if they leave it too late.
Well, they've already ran the clock down in 20 seconds in sociablE. But he has caused a lot of problems now. Those 2 picks with 14 seconds left, they've got to hasten it. Run into this site. yetujey does his best, but not finding the kill.
Fine for this one. cRaxs, I think off the orb tap, they've gone for the contact with the Hunter's Fury, and fair play. Off that alone, Jamppi has just found a kill.
Enemy down.
Well, it's traded back. Now, sociablE gets a bit more aggressive, but it's in A main where the real danger lies. Jamppi's just spotting them. Is he going to stick around? Going back in there would be suicide, but luckily he backs off. Look at this deep push coming down through short. It's a massive play from sociablE. There's nothing here to spot him. Device wall's on the other side of the map.
Gonna take his
He'll
gun.
remove his weapon. Headhunter still there to play with. He's made it around, classic in hand, and they're not even looking. It's a freebie, but he's taken down after.
Yeah, 12 seconds. That's the real problem. Jamppi on the cross has already made his presence known, and they have a chance to put themselves third. But more importantly, FUT, they are in serious trouble. They need to win this next half.
One enemy remains. 10 seconds left.
Screens for BBL. The pressure's off here. They're playing for seeding, but FUT for survival. In playoffs, the run for champions. But the pistols haven't been kind to them. Nor are they typically to any of BBL's opponents. You saw the win rate again. I think it's 61.5%, but cNed, he wants to say something about that. He wants to affect the numbers by himself. They'll only find the double. It still gives the lead to BBL in this 3v2.
Ready. Magnum is revealed, but I think falling back would be the better decision anyway. xeus takes the lead, takes the charge. Spam, it's very close. Jamppi tagged incredibly low. Only PROFEK remains healthy on the attacker's side, but the swing out for
A very important round. Lose this, and it's going to have to be an incredible comeback to even have a chance in the series, because this isn't the final map. Well, not if FUT win it. xeus onto LewN, a solid start.
Yeah, I thought cNed would be in trouble there. Already tagged up. The swing back, though, from xeus has not really been covered. cRaxs has done well, but he's got to be careful. Players wrapping it onto him, and he goes down as well. Bear in mind, cNed's already tagged up, but he's still holding his ground. Still surviving as he does it. He's going to go down to the utility, and in fact, another has fallen. Both incredibly low.
Between the two of them, very much just one shot needed to close that one out, but this could have went either way, and that's a scary sign for FUT, who needed this round desperately. And even then, because FUT can't just lose this and buy back up. Look at the credits. xeus has got a bit to spare, but everyone else is suffering, struggling. Deep push comes through. They don't know LewN's this close, but it is a trade out in the end, and then some as yetujey finds the double to keep the lead in their hands, but not for long.
Again, it's back and forth. xeus, he's got a good timing here. That should be an easy pick, and it will be. Spike has to be careful because Jamppi is tagged desperately low, but then yetujey's been caught, and there wasn't any chance for a trade. MAGNUM, he's just waiting patiently, but he doesn't quite win the fight. And now for Jamppi, 11 HP in a dream. So much still to do. Otherwise, it seems like that FUT resurgence will be a possibility. He is going to have potentially a very open B site to plant on, if he can get there.
Yeah, I think the setup from FUT right now in this 2 versus 1, presumably the call's made that he's pretty low as well. You don't want to be in a spot where you can't trade each other, so although it would be massively valuable if we saw this push come out just to hold this deeper angle, you're wide open to him peeking from bottom mid, or top mid, I suppose. I always get confused. It's the bottom of the map. But sitting there, holding the A cross, holding the mid push, and then moving together back into this retake, it is definitely the right call being made. But the door broken gives Jamppi the information, and he's quick to maneuver his way in towards main. He might catch one of them off guard, but the way FUT are playing this, MrFaliN and xeus just want to trade each other. They're not looking the right way, though, and the trade now could come in by Jamppi!
The question we had coming into this year was, does this man have the stones to be an IGL? Can he be a leader to be an IGL? Can he be a leader? The question I'm having, well, getting towards the end of it is, has being a leader made him better individually? Because we've seen a lot of maps like this.
Short, MAGNUM's walking mid. If he finds that pick, maybe they'll call the cancel back. Maybe they'll move towards the B side. It's hard to tell, but he doesn't. He goes down. They find a pick on A. This is where you accelerate, where you look to capitalize on that space after the initial utility's gone down. But again, no knowledge of how many players they're running into. A classic ends up opening this up. Sociable down, and a big problem now. They're almost shoehorned in. They have no information of anywhere else. They have 20 seconds. They've got to go.
Yeah, they've got to run in. The second they get their guns back, it's going to be LewN to take the space, and he's lost that fight. It's left all onto PROFEK, and the time now really ticking away. Isolating 3 of these is going to be incredibly difficult. He spotted the lot. But now, not, well, I was going to say not giving anything. They actually do. Shock dart. I don't know if that's just about going to take. They're putting that down because it's unlikely they're going to have the full team behind it because of the pacing and slow, but it worked for FUT as well. A lot closer than I would have liked to the end, though.
Well, all you need is sociablEE winning that fight on short, and this round is right into for the current defense, and it was all thanks to MAGNUM's utility. Well, now yetujey is going to be there, holding strong, the wall in position, but LewN already behind them. Luckily, yetujey is there to catch him.
Now the guns are taken away. That's going to help out sociablEE a little bit. Oh, yetujey in the back. Hello. I don't think cNed had any idea how far they got. yetujey, he's going to be caught, but the flash he puts in is perfect. Helps him out at least a little, then goes swinging for more. yetujey at the back.
I saw the scoreboard as it filled up. Thankfully, we've got Silv observing, so we got to catch all of that from his perspective. A beautiful maneuver. The blind that came
closed it out. Whether or not FUT have the cojones to take it over the line.
Well, yeah, the alarm was broken, but they still woke up in time last time. Over on Sunset. But we're no stranger to a much closer game than that here. This is risky. cNed's being pushed on. The flash caught him, he couldn't get the spam off, and now they're both falling! BBL, they've rushed in with pistols. They faced death many times, but
it's the same
not
again.
Today, it seems.
It's the same again. They go to the pistols and somehow they find something. sociablEE, that's so risky. There's 3 low players, and that was one of the guns. Now things get very interesting. Okay, well, That's removed one player's gun. For everybody else, they're in exactly the same spot they were seconds ago, but for Zeus, maybe gives him that little bit of extra confidence. Jamppi there on the trade. The other two players seem a little bit delayed. I think they're wary of main, but it's taken them so long that fight for Zeus was solo, and now they've actually lost the space they were fighting. There's players wrapping round behind. Jamppi, I don't know how he's still alive. PROFEK's 1 HP as well.
This game to lock FUT out of champs. This will be a historic game for BBL, who will be taking it 3-2 in results against FUT, and it looks like we're just moments away from confirming it.
MrFaliN desperately needs to try and get something, but the pulses of the ult not working. I think he's definitely nervous of PROFEK's position. A lost fight here would be problematic. Nice. But again, another sublime flash that helps out from qRaxs. Levels things up once again.
Great nade as well. Stopping them from following up on the drone. That was scary, but they've gotten away with it. FUT keeping the 4v4 late into the game, but this short fight, it could have been everything lost. But it's traded out yet again. They keep it close. I'm all just being tripped to take the information away. This A site is everything. If qRaxs loses this, at least if he loses without taking someone down, it will be a disaster. But TP comes through. No, it's cancelled. Again, the pressure relies on qRaxs, but he's safely under heaven.
Magnum's found one. Magnum finds cNed. That's the info. They now know that there can only be one player on this side of the map, or at least should have a decent idea of it. qRaxs below, though. He's positioned himself well, and he gets both! That's the spike on the deck. The round's already over. Magnum, he shouldn't have enough time. He would have to kill both of them right here and now, and look at where yetujey is on the other side of the map.
Those fights on this side. Look at the flash he threw into A main that got this flash. Thank you. This flash got them that pick onto PROFEK.
The trade as well.
The trade on short, and then the fight on the bottom of the site. This was all integral to
some numbers alongside it. Definitely still a possibility, but there's also been blips. Mistakes made. The swing out from yetujey. It doesn't return with a kill, and unfortunately MrFaliN's been lost. It's problematic. Both fights being lost almost immediately. A push coming down into middle as well that could just catch out any rotations. It has done. qRaxs has gone down. Zeus at least with one. But they now have the A site under control. A 2v4 to keep them not just in the tournament, but in this year.
Great pick by Zeus. They're back on the horse by the looks of things, but it's still an uphill battle. 2 versus 3, low HP. This could lock them out of playoffs. Lock FUT out of champs history in the making. And it's just one pick away with a hunter's fury.